There we go. All right. So, if you have never heard of Pomodoro method before, I'm going to explain what that is, and you're going to see a timer pop up on the screen. Pomodoro method is basically a method of having focused time to focus on one task at a time. It helps you to cut down on the temptation to multitask instead of focusing on whatever it is you need to do for just one task. And many people have found this to be a very effective way to get stuff done in shorter periods of time because your focus isn't split between several different tasks. So you can actually start and finish something in 25 minutes, right? So we're going to do 25-minute segment first. We're going to break for 5 minutes. We're going to do another 25-minute segment, break for 15 minutes ish, longer break there, and then we'll study for another 25 minutes, break for 5 minutes, and then the very last Pomodoro will be for 25 minutes. So we have four 25-minute Pomodoros, is what they're called, with breaks in between each one. The middle break is the longer break, so you can get up and go, handle your business, whatever you need to do. All righty. So I need to get going with my studies here. It's almost 3:30 a.m. East Coast time. And here we go. You should be able to see a timer on the screen. Hopefully not backwards. It's showing backwards to me, but hopefully not backwards to you. And I'm going to mute myself if it will let me. And there we go. We're about halfway through. It's 11 minutes and 25 seconds left on the timer. And I can't see the YouTube to see if anybody has joined, but if you have, thank you for joining and welcome to this study with me / co-working time. I hope this is helpful for you. We have 11 minutes left and the first Pomodoro. Write out your goal, write out your intent for your session and stay focused on that one goal for the rest of this time. 10 minutes, 50 seconds left. All right, there's about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. And Pomodoro number one. All right, so how's it going for your Pomodoro number one? Mine went okay. I didn't get as much reading done as I had hoped, but I'm about 28% through the module, so that's not too bad. I definitely will have at least this one done by the end. I'm not quite as focused as I had hoped I would be, but it's really, really early. I was going to study late yesterday and I just didn't have it in me. I was so tired. So, yeah, so this break is a 5 minute break, just for those of you who might not have seen me say that at the beginning. So, the way this works is we've got a total of four. We just finished the first, but we have a total of four 25-minute study segments, also known as co working segments, also known as Pomodoros. Out of those four segments, you're supposed to be focusing on one task, not multitasking, one task for the full 25-minute segment. And the next segment, you can go on and do something else if you feel like you need to do that. But the goal is for you to focus on just one thing for the full 25 minutes and then take a break, clear your head, stretch, do whatever you got to do for 5 minutes for this particular break. The middle break between the second and third Pomodoro will be longer. It'll be about 15 minutes. And that's when you can like get your coffee or use the bathroom or whatever. Um, the 5 minute Pomodoro gives me time to talk to you. Hey. So so I just want to make sure you all are aware that I have a community. I'm calling it the Village. And if you'd ever like to go check it out, I'm planning to do more of these study sessions, co-working sessions, not necessarily this early in the morning, but I'm planning to do more of these. And if you'd like to be able to get those invitations, you can go over to coachdonnamarie.com/community. That's where I'll be posting, any upcoming schedules and things like that. The community is free to join. You can upgrade as a supportive member, or you can join my coaching program on there. If you'd like to have additional support, going after your goals. I know a lot of people are thinking about what's coming up for 2025 and want to achieve some things. You know, you might be working on a health goal, you might be working on a educational goal, you might be just working on becoming more focused and more mentally fit, and want to enhance some things in your life. Whatever your goals are for yourself, you might have some career goals, want to make some career moves, which is what I'm doing. That's why I'm studying. um, you know, everybody deserves to have support. You don't have to do, you don't have to go after your goals all by yourself. And sometimes that means you need to pay a coach to support you. And I know a lot of people um, who have seen a lot of success with using coaches. I'm one of those people. I have used coaches in the past, and I've gotten, like, for instance, one of my coaches helped me with understanding how to approach my finances from a more positive mindset. It was a real different type of coaching. It wasn't just about managing your money better, it wasn't just about budgeting. It was specifically about managing your money from a place of joy and love and grace and fulfillment instead of from fear. That coaching was so worth the investment. It really helped me. Um, I come from a family where money was always drama. And so that kind of upbringing around money can make you scared. It definitely made me scared. But being with other, and it was really it was coaching that was designed specifically for Black women by Black women. There's some cultural, even though this woman was Canadian, she still had some similar cultural experiences as American Black women or USA Black women. So anyway, I am definitely looking forward to helping, supporting you with whatever goal you have. All right, it's time to get this timer back, set back to 25 minutes. Here we go. Pomodoro number 2, think about what your goal is, write it down. Write down your goal for this Pomodoro. You can put it in the chat if you are on the YouTube live. And, when you get finished with all 4 Pomodoros and look back at what your goals were for each of the 4 Pomodoros and look at what you actually accomplished, it'll help you to celebrate yourself. It'll also help you to adjust your plans if it doesn't work the way that you want it to, right? All right, here we go. Pomodoro number 2. I am still studying. All right, just 1 minute left in this second Pomodoro. Okay, I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope that you have been focused on one thing for the whole 25 minutes. As you saw, the last one, I had to go ahead and make myself some coffee, so I lost some minutes on that one, but I did just focus on, besides making the coffee, I did just focus on my one steady task. So I'm happy with myself. I'm still not reading as fast as I would prefer to. I've already read some of this, so not such a big deal, that I read every single piece of this, but just making sure that I'm actually absorbing it and not just putting my eyes on words, but that it's actually getting into my brain and my heart and my soul, and that I'm comprehending and figuring out, how this applies. So, yeah, reading for me has been more challenging as I've gotten older. I think if you have watched any of the previous recent videos, you would have heard me share that I was diagnosed with ADHD recently. And I've been figuring out what that means for my life, looking back on my life, like, you know, trying to figure out why nobody saw this before, trying to figure out, oh, so that's why I was the way I was back in whatever situation. Figuring out that my PMS symptoms were being blamed for the things that I would go through every single month for my entire life was actually ADHD that was undiagnosed. And that's something I definitely want to share more about in the future, to hopefully help other women who go through it every single month and not realizing it's not just normal PMS, it's more to it than just that. Unfortunately, many women, and you'll hear professionals, you'll hear psychiatrists, psychologists, neuro doctors, you'll hear them talk about the fact that women that are in my age range in their 50s and older are kind of the lost generation with this. Women who have ADD, ADHD, many times are not hyperactive. And so, because the way that they manifest their ADHD symptoms is so different than the standard young white boy who's bouncing off the walls, because the way we manifest our ADD, ADHD symptoms is different. We were always overlooked our entire lives. And then as we get older, we start having different issues. They're like, oh, you actually have ADHD. When I was talking to the psychiatrist about my symptoms, she was like, oh, yeah, you definitely. I mean, like road rage. And unfortunately, I have a good friend who's no longer my good friend because she witnessed me and my road rage. I didn't go after anybody. I probably wanted to, but I was raging inside the car with the windows closed. I was raging. Um, and that, I mean, yeah, I would get really upset. One of my children, I wouldn't curse. But my daughter said, "Mommy, that's a swear word. You're swearing," because I called somebody an idiot. That's my five-letter swear word. And seeing myself through my daughter's eyes, I realized, I guess it's not cool to be calling people idiots, even though I felt like they really were on the road with their choices on the road. So anyway, I've learned a lot about myself this year that I just was not aware of. And I am being treated. I have a non-stimulant medication that I take, and it definitely helps. The low dosage didn't work for me. Once the doctor increased it to the higher dosage, it's noticeable difference. But I don't take it at this time of day. I won't be taking it for another couple of hours. So having a little caffeine jolt in me definitely helps me so that I should be able to focus a little bit better in this next Pomodoro, which is about to start in about 10 minutes. So yeah, this is our 15-minute break. And I think I was supposed to do a 15-minute break. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, this period will be our 15-minute break this time. And yeah, so this is the right one. So the next Pomodoro would be Pomodoro number 3. But yeah, it's just really important to understand yourself. If you're having a struggle with something, there's no harm in asking for help. Being strong is not about doing everything all by yourself with no help. Being strong is just getting better day by day by day by day. And none of us can get better on our own, which is why, I created the village. I really want to have a place where people can come together and support each other. It's about peer support. We help each other, we mentor each other. Iron sharpens iron. And doing everything in isolation is not sustainable. We are human beings. We were made by a God who knows that we need each other. That's why the first part of the Bible, you'll see the story of Adam with all the animals. And then eventually God's like, you need a helper that's fit for you. And that's talking about marriage, but it's not just about marriage. It's about relationship between human beings in general. We were not created to be all alone. And a lot of times I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to be online and co-work with people. I'm doing this co-work and this study with me by myself, yes, of course, but I participate in other co-working with other people, and it's been extremely helpful for me. I've gotten, I've been able to get some things done in there. Not always, not every time. Sometimes I'm super distracted. Sometimes I don't feel like doing anything, especially this year during my burnout phase. I would go to those meetings. I wouldn't even go very much, but I would go and just watch YouTube videos or something. Um, but sometimes I would go and be very productive. So yeah, everybody has their times and their seasons. Um, this particular study with me is I'm working on a very specific goal. And so having this time where I can just focus and get this done is super important. Um, I was trying to get myself motivated. I had a long day yesterday, and I was trying to get myself motivated to study. After my long day, it was not going to happen. So I just went ahead and took a melatonin and went to sleep really early so that I could wake up early. And so here I am, because I know myself. Like I said earlier, you got to know yourself. I know myself. I know when I focus better, and early mornings are definitely the best focus time for me to really hone in and just do one focused task at a time. During the middle of the day, there's so many distractions. And, the type of ADD that I have is called the inattentive type. So that means that I get distracted, which is why I had, so I had YouTube open so that I could monitor the live stream and make sure that it was actually working. And I'm telling you, some really interesting videos were popping up in the suggested videos beneath. And I had to stop myself. I was about to click while I'm in the middle of the live stream. Oh my God. So I had to turn that off. Distraction is, it doesn't take much to get me distracted. I have to set things in place. I have to create routines for myself. I have to create standard ways of doing things for myself so that I can take care of myself and avoid distractions, prevent distractions, and enable myself to have the space, the boundaries that I need so that I can focus. And I already knew this about myself before I was diagnosed and started being treated for ADD, but I didn't I didn't really understand like the why. I just kind of went by general knowledge and tips that I would see on blog articles and Facebook and YouTube and things. But now I know exactly what this is. It's the way my brain works. I process information really fast to the point where it could be distracting because I'm busy multitasking between 5 different things at one time. And even though to me in the past it would feel like, oh, I'm so smart, I'm so productive. No, it actually just divides my attention so that I'm not able to give 100% to anything, right? So the Pomodoros help me to give 100% of my focus for 25 minutes to one thing. And it helps me to be a better student. It helps me to be a better learner, to comprehend and get something out of what I'm learning and not just say, oh, I did this, here's my test score. Because that's my goal is not just to take a test and get a high score. My goal is to actually learn and really understand so that I can apply the knowledge to my own life and also be able to help others. So that's my goal for my learning. All right, so we've got about 4 more minutes left in this break. I'm going to drink the rest of my coffee, and I might go. Let me jump in and see if I can see any comments on the YouTube. Because remember, I told you I had to turn it off so that I'm not distracted and trying to click on other videos when I'm supposed to be live streaming. Let's see here. Anybody? Let's see. All right. I'm writing a comment now. I'll read it for the audience that might be listening in. If you're here live or watching later, thank you. Drop your favorite hack or tip in the chat for how you stay focused to get a task done. For me, I remove distractions like notifications or turn on focus. And I also turn on focus mode in apps like Adobe Reader and Microsoft Word, and also Safari as a reader mode. So these things help me to focus just on what I'm supposed to be looking at so that I'm not distracted by ads or suggested articles, suggested videos, things like that. Turning those things off is a huge help so that I can stay focused on what I'm doing. A lot of times people just need to help themselves out, right? Nobody else is going to save you from your own distracted self. So help yourself, set yourself up for success. That's what I'm saying. All right, so let me drink this coffee, and we're almost at the end of our break here. Um, so regarding also being able to focus, sometimes when I'm reading, I prefer to listen to what I'm reading. So when you can turn on a read to me or text to speech type feature, if that's available with whatever you're reading, sometimes that can be super helpful to help you focus on what you're reading better. I also read out loud to myself. I'm trying not to do that here on this co-working study with me session. I'm trying not to read out loud to because I don't want to annoy you all, but I think I'm gonna have to because I'm having a more difficult time focusing this morning. So you'll probably see my lips moving in this next one that we're about to start right now. But I'm not talking to y'all. I'll be talking to myself on mute so that I can focus better and read through this material and get this done. I'm about 48% done, which is okay. I'd rather be further along. 48% isn't bad. Um, but yeah, I need to take this exam after this live stream is over, and I would prefer to get all this material done before this live stream is over so that I can focus on taking that exam afterwards. So, all right, here we go. Pomodoro number 3. If you want to share your focus goal in the chat, my goal is still studying. Here we go. We have about 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third Pomodoro. All right, we're almost at the end of Pomodoro number 3, and this is going to be the end for me. That coffee did not help me at all. But I'm going to finish this up and then take a nap and see if I have time to do some more studying later. So that's it for me. I'm not gonna make it to Pomodoro number 4. No shame in that. I did 3. I'm good with that. I hope this was a help for you, and I hope that you have a blessed day. Thanks for coming or for watching later. God bless you, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays. And I will, when I'm going to be doing this again, I'll try to put together some type of schedule because I need to get the studying done. And yeah, I'll try to put together some type of schedule, and I'll make sure that that's updated. That schedule is updated in the community. So, and I think I gave y'all a wrong link for the community. Just go to coachdonnamarie.com and you'll see a button on that page to go to the community page. God bless. Bye-bye.